Hello and welcome to another lecture in multi-user Python Jupyter Notebook for generative AI and data science collaboration series by TechLatest.net. So far we had covered a lot of things like Jupyter AI, Python Notebook course overview and objectives, and next overview of generative AI and LLM capabilities in Jupyter, like about the chat UI capabilities, chat UI interface, various supported LLM providers, demos and configuration. One of the most important thing is AI magic commands. Next, like in this lecture, we'll cover setup and installation of Jupyter Python Notebook on AWS Cloud, like learn how to set up and configure Jupyter Notebook on Amazon Web Services. What are the benefits of this VM, like virtual machine, and step-by-step guidance all to set up Jupyter Python Notebook on AWS Cloud, then understand how to configure user authentication and access control for secure collaboration, gain practical experience and on demos in deploying Jupyter Notebook on AWS for collaborative projects. So going to the next part. Uh, yes, so like this is our website. It is techlatest.net, and you can go on product and support page. Then you can find about the Jupyter Python notebook, and there you can find about the GCP deployment guide, AWS deployment guide, Azure deployment guide, then how to use Jupyter Notebook, enable user a multi-user environment, HTTPS, enable HTTPS for Jupyter Hub. So these all are the guide you can check out on our website, that is techlatest.net, on product and support page in Python, Jupyter Python Notebook product. So in this video we're talking about AWS deployment guide. So click on this, and after this you can see that how to here you can find about how to get multi-user Python Jupyter Notebook for AI ML on AWS. So basically this section or this lecture describe how to launch and connect to multi-user Python Jupyter Notebook for AI ML in Amazon Web Services. So one of the most important note is multi-user Python Jupyter Notebook for AI ML is available with Jupyter AI and GPU acceleration support. To provision this VM with the GPU instance, please select the instance from the G4DN family available on configuration page. Please see below configuration screenshot in step 2. I will also show you the demo, this step in demonstration process, like step-by-step guide lecture. Okay, so talking about our first step. So you can also check out this guide on our website to set up multi-user Python Jupyter Notebook for AI ML on AWS. So this is the first step, like open multi-user Python Jupyter Notebook for AI ML Vim listing on AWS. Click on this link and open link in new tab. Okay, so you can find about the like multi-user Python Jupyter Notebook for AI/ML by techlatest.net VM on Amazon Marketplace, that is Amazon Web Services Marketplace. So you can see here the product overview, like this is a repackaged open source software product where additional charges apply for support by techlatest.net. If you are a AI/ML practitioner or someone who is starting their AI/ML journey but do not want to spend hours setting up the right environment, this VM is for you. It includes Jupyter, your AI/ML playground, Jupyter Hub, Jupyter AI extensions, provide better data privacy, pre-installed popular AI libraries such as TensorFlow, PyTorch, Sklearn, and more, pre-configured NVIDIA GPU drivers and CUDA libraries. Okay, so Jupyter Hub gives you the collaboration capabilities by allowing multi-user environment in the same VM. So you can check out like this also on VM page. So after this, what we have to do, click on continue to subscribe button, and then log in with your credentials. Like I'm already logged in with my credentials, email ID and password. You can log in with your own credentials. After subscribing, what we have to do, click on continue to configuration button. Then here you can find about the a product detail page and configuration page. So you can check out this also, like fulfillment option. You can select here like AMI, like Amazon machine image, then software version. You can find about the software version here. Then you can select the reason according to your reason. So yep, moving to the next step, like click on continue to launch button. So one of the most important note is that after login, it will take you to the default annual contract page. If you don't want to provision the solution with on annual contract, then please skip the page by not selecting any values from the drop down menus, as this is as shown in our guide. There you can check it out. This, like, you can purchase additional contracts at any time and things. Then make sure the total contract price is $0, and then click on the continue to configuration button on the top corner. Okay, next page will show you the details about hourly, monthly, and an annual pricing. If you don't configure the annual contract, the instance get provision on hourly basis. Okay, after this same steps you have to do, like select the region. We have already do this step. Then click on select the region. Then click on the launch button. Okay, so you can also check it out these steps, like you can find about here about the choose action. So you can choose a launch from website, launch through EC2, or launch copy to service catalog. So you can check out this, like we can select the launch from website option. You can also check it out here, like you can also check this like EC2 instance type. So you can select this also, like which EC2 instance type you can select. Like I am selecting T2 large. Okay, so, yep, talking about the next things, like optionally changes the ISO to instance type. This differs to T2 large instance type, 2B CPUs and 8 GB RAM. So I use here T2 large. Okay, so you can find about the memory, CPU storage also here. Then you can find about the BPC settings here. So BPC settings, subnet settings, then security groups. Okay, so you can also create new security groups, or you can also select from existing security groups. Okay, so what we have to do next, we can create new security groups. Okay, so name your security group. So AIML testing, and same paste here. Then save it, and refresh this. Like, click on this refresh button. Then you can select from here, can find about the launch wizard, AIML, yes, AIML testing. Okay, so you can also create a key pair in EC2 if you want to. If you don't want to create EC2 pair, or if you have already make EC2 EC2 key pair, so you can select that or that one. So I am creating a new key pair in EC2. Okay, so yes, click on this create key pair, and name any AIML test. Yeah. And select all the options here, like RSA options dot ppk options, because we use PuTTY in this demonstration in this guide. So you can use PuTTY option dot ppk for use with PuTTY. Okay, and if you want to use for with SSS, then you can select dot .pem option, but we recommend you use PuTTY options here. So click on create key pair, and after this you can download this private key file, PuTTY private key file, and save in your local machine. So save this. So you can see that here you can download the YAML testing.ppk, that is PuTTY private key. Okay, now what we have to do again, refresh this, and you can see that our AIML testing uh, key pair is here. So after selecting key pair, click on launch button. So you can see the message here, like congratulations, an instance of this software is successfully deployed on EC2, and AMI ID is this. You can view this instance on EC2 console. So click on this EC2 console link. This will open your this will open your instance, like which instance is running. Here you can see the two instance, and like one is running and one is stopped. So we are working on our running instance. So give any name here. Okay, yeah, yeah, and yes, So you can see that our instance is running. Then click on instance ID. So you can find about the details page of instance summary. Basically, here you can find about the instance state like terminate instance, reboot instance, because our instance is already running. So you can see that our like start instance option is currently disabled. And if you see that stop instance, reboot instance, and terminate instance option is enabled. For example, if you click on stop instance option, so your start instance option is enabled and stop instance option is disabled. Okay. So after this, you can find about the public IP address and IP DNS and all the things from here. Okay. So what we have to do next, uh, go again on our guide. Then we have completed all the steps on the EC2 console page. Instance is abandoning to constants to connect to this instance through PuTTY. Copy the IPv4 public IP address. Okay, so go on instance detail page and copy the public IPv4 address. Then search about the PuTTY. You can download the PuTTY from Google. Simply like on Google type about the PuTTY, and you can find this is the first here you can find about the first here you can see the first link, so you can download the PuTTY from here. Okay, so you can do this step also if you don't have PuTTY in your like uh, local machine. Okay, so copy this address and search about the PuTTY. So I've already opened the PuTTY here, and type your IP here. Then what we have to do next, click on SSS option, then click on auth option, then click on credentials option and browse this. Okay, and you have downloaded private like PuTTY private key. So browse that key, and after this what we have to do, click on open. This will take some time because our VM is just start running. Okay, so you can also explore this like instance state and connect option. Refresh this again and copy your IP address. Then search for PuTTY and enter your IP address. Then click on SSH data. Click on auth. Then click on credentials and browse your private PuTTY key AIML testing. Okay, and then open it, and you can see that the message is come, the host key is not cached for this server, you have not, then you can accept this message. Then you can find here, I will change the settings for you. Give me a minute. Change. So you can also make font larger from the settings. So you can see that our VM is running, and you can also see that the PuTTY is also like started. So login as Ubuntu. Okay, so you can see the message here that authenticating with public key AIML testing. So yes, it will take some time. Yes, so you can see that we have login with our credentials Ubuntu. Then what we have to do next, change our password from this command sudo password Ubuntu. From this command you can give new password, set up new password, and this password is used in your remote desktop connection when you like start when you set up remote desktop connection with VM. Okay, so give any password, and again retype your new password, and you can see the message that password is updated successfully. Now what we have to do next, after this you can see we have completed all the steps here about like once connected, change the password for Ubuntu user using below command. We have completed this step, and we have also changed our password. Now the password for the Ubuntu user is set. You can connect to the VM desktop environment from any local Windows machine using RDP protocol. that is remote desktop connection protocol. Or if you are a Linux user, then you can connect via Ramina, using Ramina. Okay, so you can search about the remote desktop connection and paste your IP here and click on connect, click on yes. So you can find that your remote desktop connection is also started, and give here your username. By default the username is Ubuntu, and give the password. You have set a password in terminal. So then click on OK. So this VM is taking some time. So the next step is this will connect to a VM desktop environment. Provide the username example event and the password set in the reset step to authenticate. Then click on OK. So after this, now you are connected to your out of the box multi-user Python Jupyter notebook for AI/ML environment via Windows machine. Okay, so to connect using RDP via Linux machine, first note the external IP of the VM from VM details page. Then from local machine, Linux machine, go to menu and search box type, select Ramina. So if you are a Linux user, so you can use Ramina for like setup. Okay, so in the Ramina remote desktop client wizard, select the RDP option from the drop down and paste the external IP and click enter. Okay, this will connect to the VM desktop environment. Provide Ubuntu as the user ID and password set in the reset password steps to authenticate. Then click on OK. Now you're connected to out of the box multi-user Python Jupyter notebook for AI/ML environment via Linux machine. Okay, so you can use remote desktop. You connect in the web space for using the VM. However, more convenient, better method is to use the Jupyter IPython notebook, which comes under the VM. So after this step, what we have to do next, you can see that our VM is started here. Okay, so cancel this option. So you can see that our VM is running. What we have to do next? Okay, so copy your IP from like VM details page, instance details page, and then go to your browser and type HTTP and paste your IP. Okay, and you can click enter. So you can see that your Jupyter Hub is running. You can give any username, any password in this. So that's all about this video. Like this is basically the demonstration of setup installation of Jupyter Hub on AWS, basically uh, Amazon Web Services VM. Okay, so that's all about this video. We'll meet in next video. Thank you.